This is a video on how to use the app Animation Creator. It's the red AEC here. You click on the app and you're going to hit the plus button in the upper left hand corner. I want to mention that you need to hold the iPad horizontally. Don't hold it vertically. Hit the plus and let's see, pick one of the frames, one of the choices that that fills the whole frame. You don't want black bars on either side, so I'll pick this one. Okay. Now it's going to say new video, new animation. You're going to click on that new animation and you have to rename it with your first name, your last name, and the grade you're in and whether you've ordered on ABC days or DEF days. Okay, now when I'm done naming it, I hit done. And then the next step is edit animation. Okay, when you get this white screen, if you look in the bottom right hand corner, there's an up arrow. Touch that and it will bring up all your tools. Okay, now your next step is you want to get the pen or the brush and you want to make a background. Okay, so I've got the pencil, I'm going to hit color, I want black, stroke. That's how wide the brush stroke is. So I'm going to make it like about 10 pixels. All right, now I'm going to make the background. So I make my horizon line. I make a tree. I'm just doing this real quick just to show you guys how to do it. Let's see. I'm going to make some buildings. Whatever you want to do. If you want to add color, whatever you want to do, that's going to be your background. Now, it says here, backdrop. I'm going to click on the backdrop, okay? I'm going to hit photo, and then I'm going to hit current frame. By doing that, this is now the background for the whole animation. Every frame that you make is going to have this background in it, okay? Now my next step is I need to make the characters. I don't want them in the same layer. So I'm going to hit layers, and I'm going to add a layer. Now I'm still working in that background layer. See how it's outlined in red? That means I'm still working in that layer. I have to click on this layer, which is above it, and now that one's outlined in red, which means I'm now working on that layer. So what I'm now going to do is I'm going to make my first character. So I'm just making a stick figure. Please don't just make a stick figure. I'm just doing it real quick just to show you how to do it. So now what I have is a layer with a background in it and a layer with the first character. Now I'm going to add another layer, and I need to work in that layer, so I have to click on the layer so it's ringed in red, and that's where I'm going to put my second character. They all have to be in separate layers. So now I'm going to put my second character over here. Again, don't make stick figures. I'm just doing that to make it quick. All right, now what you should have at this point, this is the first frame of your animation, is one character, another character, and a background. Okay? Now your next step, before you do anything else, is you go to the bottom here and you're going to hit duplicate. And you'll know you did it right if when you look over here it says 2 of 2. That means you have 2 frames in your animation. It's very important whenever you do something and you want to keep it that you hit duplicate, okay? Now, I'm going to go up here to the tools, and I'm going to click on this tool. This allows me to move things. So I'm going to my layers. I'm now going to move this guy who's in the top layer. So I'm taking the tool, and I'm just going to move him a little tiny bit. That ghost image in back of him is called onion skinning. It shows me what the one frame looks like. Now I'm on frame 2, and I moved it a little bit, and now I accidentally hit add. I didn't want to do that, so I'm going to delete. What I want to do is, as soon as I've moved it, I want to duplicate, okay? Always duplicate as soon as you've done anything. Now I want to get the other person to move, so I go to my layers, and I switch to this layer. I still have that moving tool. I'm going to get this person to move a little bit. Now I hit duplicate. Keep doing that, okay? You can get each person to move a little bit, then hit duplicate, and then check. It says now that I have 5 frames of 5. Okay, so that means I did duplicate it. Always check that it actually duplicated it. Now, I want to get my character to fall. The way I'm going to do that is I'm taking this crosshair tool, and let me get into the correct layer. This is the character I want to fall, so I got to go to that layer. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on the guy's foot. That gives me a rotation point. Now I can get him to fall a little. I can hit duplicate. Okay, now I'm going to tap on the guy's foot again. Hit duplicate. Okay, now when I want the other guy to move, the first guy, I go back to his layer. And now I can make him move. Now let's say I want him to put his arms up like he's, and hit duplicate again. Let's say I want to put his arms up like he's, waving or something. I'm going to go to the eraser, and I'm going to erase this guy's arms. Now I'm going to go to the pencil tool or the brush tool, and I'm going to redraw his arms up, okay? And now I'm going to hit duplicate, and then I'm going to make this guy fall. So let me go back, make sure I'm in the correct layer. Yes, I am. Let me go back to my tools. There's the crosshairs. There's my rotation point. Now I'm going to make him fall a little. Okay, and then I'm going to hit duplicate. Now, what ends up happening is when you hit play, it's going to put it at 30 frames per second, which is way too fast. So you need to dial it back to about maybe 8 frames per second and hit play. And you're going to see that these people appear to move. Now this only works if you make a backdrop and each person in a separate layer. Okay? Now you have the basic tools to create an animation. You want to go save your video, you're going to hit the exit button right here at the top. And then you're going to click on the video, and if you scroll down, you're going to see video to photo library. That's how you save the video. Go to video to photo library, and then loop count. So if you want the story to keep repeating itself over and over, you might want to loop it like 2 or 3 times. If you just want it to play once, you hit 1 time, and then you're going to hit export. Once you do that, it's going to save the video to your camera roll. And once you've saved it to your camera roll, you can then upload it into your assignment in Google Classroom. If you don't do that, and it's not in Google Classroom, the next kid who comes along and uses the iPad could delete your work. So you have to hit export, then it's going to save it to your camera roll, then you're going to go into Google Classroom and attach it.